watching the News Hour at 9 direct.
Tonight we are joined by the one and only Adnan Sami, Padma Shri winner. Also with him, his wife Roya Sami Khan. Thank you very much to the both of you for joining me on Frankly Speaking. Adnan, you feel different with the Padma Shri in your hand and the trip to Rashtrapati Bhavan and the Padma Shri being pinned on your chest. Does that make you feel any different from the Adnan we last met?
Well, first of all, I mean, it's I cannot even begin to describe the honor that I feel after having gone through such an incredible experience. However, I think the beautiful part about receiving this incredible acknowledgement award, this honor, has been that I feel beautiful within myself that a journey that I took right from childhood till now has been recognized, has been appreciated, has been encouraged, has been nurtured and loved by the people of India and of course the government of India, and I'm extremely grateful for that, because it's been one incredible journey. And if at all the feeling thereafter, after having received it, I think it puts a tremendous amount of further responsibility upon myself to try and make myself even more worthy of this incredible honor, and it has instilled in me the fire to try and do even more and contribute more in my own way musically, and I hope in times to come I'll be able to share more music and positivity through my art with the world.
Roya Sami Khan, did you feel a little overwhelmed with the atmosphere when Adnan was getting his Padma Shri? What did you experience in that big hall with so many people, and a certain way that you know, the grandeur really comes across, the honor at a national level comes across? What were your feelings? What were both of you feeling? What were you talking to each other about?
Actually, we were sitting separately. He was sitting at the between the nominees or the awardees, and I was sitting in the audience. So it was very, very special. It was a very emotional moment for me, because I saw him. Actually, I saw him struggling, and I saw him all his achievements in life, what he has done. He is working very hard. So when I saw him at that stage, it was a very emotional moment for me, because especially when they called his name, I couldn't stop myself crying. I wanted to actually get up and cheer and scream, but of course it was beautiful. It was beautiful to see him receiving that award, and of course very emotional. He is very dear to me. He's my love. So when he receives that beautiful award, of course it touches my heart.
Adnan, I want to ask you, you know, what do you think about our current society, especially, let's talk about the field where you come from. Bollywood is the popular name for it. Why are we so divided today? You know, पहले लोग किया करते थे, कोई किसी को सपोर्ट करता था, पर ये बात दिल के अंदर रहती थी, you know, कौन किसको वोट कर रहा है या कौन किसको सपोर्ट कर रहा है, ये बड़ी बातें खुल के लोग बोलते भी नहीं थे, पोजीशंस भी नहीं लेते थे. लेकिन अब सोसाइटी एज अ होल और बॉलीवुड बिल्कुल पोलराइज्ड है। अगर आप मोदी के सपोर्टर हैं तो आप चमचागिरी कर रहे हैं, अगर आप दूसरी तरफ हैं तो आप इंटेलेक्चुअल लेफ्ट लिबरल हैं, और इसीलिए वेरियस इश्यूज पर लोग पोजीशन लेते हुए अब घबराते हैं कि इससे हमारे को कमर्शियली क्या सक्सेस होगा या क्या इसका धक्का लगेगा। आप इन चीजों को कैसे देखते हैं?
फ्रैंकली मैं देखता नहीं हूं, क्योंकि ये देखने लायक ही नहीं है। बात ये कि हर एक इंसान का अपना अपना ओपिनियन होता है। आप किसी को पसंद करते हैं, आपको आम पसंद है, मुझे आम पसंद नहीं है, ठीक है, आप खुश रहिए। अब मुझे अगर आम नहीं पसंद है और आपको पसंद है, तो इसका ये मतलब थोड़ी कि मैं आपका मजाक उड़ाऊं। अब the point is that labeling people कि so and so is just because you like somebody you become the so-called chamcha etc. is actually a very childish, the rotten sort of sour grapes kind of a thing, because it's not everyone. This is what a democracy is. I mean, you like one person, you like another person, fine. I respect your choice. I might not like your choice, but I will always fight for your right to have that choice. This is something that is not just a phenomena over here, but it's happening all over the world, and it's not just happening in Bollywood, it's happening everywhere. So the thing is that it's just that Bollywood obviously gets more traction because it's a more high profile kind of a industry. But apart from that, the whole world has become unfortunately polarized. It's just the divide has become more obvious because of other elements like social media, where people are more vocal about it. But otherwise, people calling each other names and mocking each other's ideals, etc., has become a bit more apparent now, because there are more platforms in order to express yourself. Before, it used to only happen in living rooms or in classrooms or in closed four walls. Now it's happening on a public platform. So I think it's not really a new phenomena, but people just people have this problem of constantly trying to I mean, if you're going to turn around and say that, oh, you got so and so got an award because he was doing chamchagiri, so called. All right, name the chamchagiri. All right, where does the chamchagiri come? Just by being quiet, or just because I didn't join your march, so that becomes a chamcha? No, I'm sorry, that doesn't qualify whatsoever. And if you're going to look at it from that perspective, then whomsoever has been in power can also be accused of having their little blue-eyed boys or girls being favored for awards, etc. This is the way the world works. I mean, the Queen is not going to go and knight somebody who she hates. She's not going to turn around and say, this guy is constantly intimidating and saying nasty things about me. Let me give him a knighthood. Yeah, who does that? So let's be clear about it, that all governments all over the world will first of all look at your work, and they will also look at what kind of a person you are and what kind of a human being you are. And then after, because these awards are not just given for one piece of work, they're given on a whole rounded full body of your existence as a person. So therefore, there are going to be people who are going to come in who are work in the favor of who fall into a kind of a philosophy, and that happens everywhere. This is not a new phenomenon. So just own it. It's just that today you don't have that prerogative, and so therefore you're mocking other people about it. So just simmer in it.
So Adnan, what do you think of people जो कहते हैं कि कंगना रनौत का पद्मश्री वापस ले लो, क्योंकि उन्होंने आज़ादी के बारे में जो स्टेटमेंट कही है वो इतनी गलत है कि उनका पद्मश्री वापस लेना चाहिए? उनके बारे में आपका क्या ख्याल?
देखिए, again, you see, the beautiful part about our country is that it's a democracy. You can say whatever you want, okay?
Can you?
I can say what I want, you can say what you want, anybody. And Kangana can say what she wants. Whether you agree with it or don't agree with it, fine. You have a right to disagree. But the point is that, you know, to turn around and say, you know, return this and return that, excuse me, you know, let it go. First of all, you're saying that return it doesn't make any difference. By her saying what she wants to say, that will not change a certain reality, if that reality doesn't exist or it exists. The fact of the matter is that combining other things and trying to sort of make them into issues, these are actually non-issues. You just want to, many times a lot of these people who suddenly sort of pop up out of nowhere and sort of want, it seems that they're doing it more for their own relevance, to become, to get a little bit of, grab a bit of headlines on the basis of somebody else. Otherwise, nobody would ask them, nobody would give a damn who they are. So the point is that they end up asking, using these kind of big, heavy words like, oh, return the Padma Shri, you know. It's like, okay, I'm not going to listen to what you have to say, but yeah, you use the word Padma Shri, so I'm going to now pay attention to what you're saying. But the fact of the matter is, what you're saying is nonsense. It is absolutely inconsequential.
But there is a government, there is a committee, there is a panel which has summoned her to Delhi to present herself before this committee. There are n number of cases that have been filed against her.
So they'll speak. So let them speak. No, I'm not. You see, try and understand what I'm saying. I'm not turning around and saying that what was said was correct or not, because that's not in my place. I'm not, I'm just simply saying that somebody has a right to give an opinion. If it is wrong, it is wrong. If it is right, it is right. If somebody wants to make an inquiry about it, by all means make an inquiry about it. It's again a part of the process of democracy. But let them come up with an educated, investigated decision. Huh? Somebody just walking out of, jumping off the bandwagon and turning around and say, well, you know, return the Padma Shri. It's like, it doesn't work like that. This is what is happening right now is probably the correct procedure. That, you know, you have an inquiry, you hold whatever, and then whatever the respected committee comes up with as an educated conclusion, that should be followed. Finish. But coming up with speculations and, you know, these big statements, they mean nothing to me, frankly. I mean, anybody has the right to say what they want to say.
So, Adnan,
and like I said, I will agree, I will not agree.
दो और मुद्दे हैं जो हर डिबेट में आ जाते हैं. वो बॉलीवुड की डिबेट हो, वो किसी किताब की डिबेट हो, वो किसी पैनल पे न्यूज़ की डिस्कशन हो. वो है CAA, सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट एक्ट, और दूसरी जो चीज़ है वो एब्रोगेशन ऑफ आर्टिकल 370. और इस पे इतने व्यूज़ हैं, लोगों के इतने व्यूज़ हैं. आपको तो पता ही होगा, आप तो ट्रोल हो चुके हैं. पाकिस्तान भी ट्रोल करता है, भारत में भी लोग आपको ट्रोल करते हैं. तो आपको तो दो जगह से सिद्धि प्राप्त है. आपकी पोजीशन क्या है इन चीज़ों में?
मैंने तो अपनी पोजीशन ऑलरेडी मैं कह चुका था. This is something that I've already addressed and I'm not going to get into it right now again. This is such a great moment, Navika. Why are you bringing CAA into this right now? This is about my Padma Shri. Hello.
No, but the point.
Come on.
The point is the Padma Shri, as you said, is part of the all-encompassing person that you are. So. You know, person is also.
Yeah, but that has my encompassing person has got nothing to do with CAA. Hello, you need to understand, my encompassing person has nothing to do with CAA, because I didn't get my citizenship with anything with regard to any of this law.
पर आप ट्वीट तो करते हैं, आप ट्वीट तो करते हैं. पाकिस्तानियों को आपने ट्वीट तो किया था कि कश्मीर इज एन इंटेग्रल पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया, डोंट पोक योर नोज इन थिंग्स दैट डोंट बिलोंग टू यू. मतलब कहीं ना कहीं आपका व्यू है.
That's correct, because it's no, but the point, you see, the point is, देखो Navika, what did I say? I basically told the Pakistani people that, listen, this is not your subject. This is an internal Indian matter. You keep your nose out of it. मतलब कि बेगानी की शादी में अब्दुल्ला दीवाना नहीं होना चाहिए.
The News Hour at 9 will be right back after the break.